Okay. I'm gonna wait for a few people to come on, and then I'll go over some documents. I'm not gonna stay on long tonight because I just wanted to make sure you guys had a little more information to get going on some forms and what you're gonna need. I was trying to do it on my computer, but obviously I can't. So I'm new at the whole going live thing, but we're going to just play it by ear and do what I need to do. So I'm going to go over a few of these documents that you're going to need. Now I'm taking you step by step so you don't overwhelm yourself, because it is a lot of information. But like I said, you pick and choose what you're going to need for you. Like I said, some people don't feel that they need to authenticate their birth certificates. They've already claimed their sovereignty. That's fine. I'm only going over what I chose to do because I wanted to dot my I's and cross my T's. And I do send that information out when I send communications out to creditors. Well, debtors, because we're the creditors. But if you cannot locate some of these documents on the American State Nationals.org website, I will get some to you. Now, I have been emailing people back the ethnicity form and information. Please read it and do exactly what it says. If you know, it's a reason for that, because if you put the Indian and white, it's a purpose for it. It's going to pull you out of the system and you won't be classified and what they call chose because you a different color. I can't think of the word right now. It's been a long day. But anyway, one of your next forms is going to be the Declaration of Political Status. Now, this is one of the forms you're going to send out to Attorney General, to the Secretary of State. I'm going to put a list together of the organizations, agencies, government entities that some of these forms need to go to. But I definitely want you to read them and make sure you understand what they are. The Declaration of Political Status, it states that I am a living woman or man, your full name. Now, you are going to always use your first name, your middle name, and your last name. Now, there's a couple ways to do your name, because if you're just doing your documents, you're going to use a copyright symbol on the back of this, on the back of behind your signature. But when we go into being beneficiaries for the trust, you're going to use first name hyphen middle name semicolon and your last name comma beneficiary. But we'll get into that. I don't want to give you too much information at once. But even on the American State Nationals website, if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see that Declaration of Naturalization Act of July 1779. You want to make sure you get the document that states notary, state notary, because the other one is for the assembly. And until I am completely a recording secretary, I won't be able to help you get them notarized and everything, which I'm working on. But understand, it's not just about the assembly. Okay, I know some people feel different kind of ways about it, but you definitely want to look into the documents because they are very helpful in establishing your sovereignty. And I want you to understand there's a difference between a sovereign citizen. You don't even want to use the word citizen. okay, because it still catches you into the system. We do have a lot to go over, and it's going to take some time. I want you guys to be patient because I want you to understand this, okay? Declaration of Naturalization, and this is definitely an important one that you're going to send out, and you're going to end up using your thumbprint. So I want you to make sure you get a red pen and a blue pen. You will never sign your documents in black. Black is dead. And you'll need a purple too, because we're covering, we'll eventually cover the air, water. Okay, host invites to go live. I don't know. I'm still working this out, people. Okay, mandatory notice. Your foreign sovereign, oh, Lordy. I'm sorry. Foreign Sovereign Immunities Act. Please excuse me. It's been a long day. I have a sick patient I've been taking care of for hours. But this is definitely a very important form, which I will send out to you if you cannot locate it. Okay? This is going to have, if you've been married, and I've been married several times, I had to put my birth name, my adopted name, my every maiden name, because you're covering every vessel that you've ever been. Okay, and we're going to go over reading some of these when we get some more time. I will explain more. I'm just kind of giving you heads up of what we're going to be doing. But this is important for me. If you can find it online, go ahead, and I'll make sure that you know how to fill this one out. But I want to make sure that you guys are doing it correctly. I don't want you to do it and try to send them out and you got them wrong, because it won't mean anything. Okay? Now, the Affidavit of Rights, UCC 1. This plays a good factor when you're getting rid of debt. You definitely want to send this one in. Okay? This is authority. Sovereign authority. Okay? So this one is important. You should be able to find this one online also, but I will direct you on how to complete it. I don't want you to make any mistakes on it, but it needs to be notarized. This is a copy, but my notary didn't appear on it for some reason. But I had a question given to me. If you were in another state and you were born in a different state, you're going to use the current state that you're living in. Okay? When it mentions your birth state, that's the only time you'll use it. But we will, again, go over each form in detail. Okay? I'm just giving you some pointers to go back and look for so you can start collecting these documents. And again, if you need me to send them to you, it's going to take me some time, but I'll get the forms out to you, and then we can take time to go over each one together. I'm not charging you to send you forms, okay? I'm not charging you to teach you this. It's not about money. Now, if I have to help you do your forms, you say, Kalita, hey, I want you to do them for me, which I want you to learn it yourself. But if I take time to help you, yeah, you're going to pay me. But at this point, I want you to learn it. Okay, so this one here is the Acknowledgement, Acceptance, and Deed of Reconveyance. I can read, y'all. I'm just tired. But this one also will have every type of way that you write your name, initials, first name, last name, with the middle name, without the middle name, every which way you can think of. So this is going to cover any way that they have identified you in the cap letters. All of them are cap letters, because you are now snatching up your straw man, taking control of your straw man. And do research the straw man. And sometimes don't use Google. Try to go into DuckDuckGo, because I even switched to DuckDuckGo to do some research, and it definitely gives you different information than Google. Understand, they watch Google, so Google's only going to give you what they want you to see. So try to use different search engines to look for different information. I end up finding stuff that I would have never found on Google. But that's another form. Paramount claim of life and the estate of myself. This is all about your birth, your parents' name, because you're claiming all the way back to your afterbirth. This is like everything from you coming out of the hospital and your mother, you signed that birth certificate not knowing she was signing you over to the government. And check it out. Don't take my word for anything. Check out everything I'm saying, okay? And that's what I did. I researched it myself, and I wanted to share this because we don't know what's been going on. So your mom was in a hospital. They brought the birth certificate. The doctor comes in and says, okay, you need to, he's going to help bring you out the canal. And they give the birth certificate. She's signing you over as a parent that's keeping an eye on their property until you're of age. So, yeah, you're going to research it. I want you definitely to make sure you know that I'm telling you truth, okay? So we'll go over the other form. Now, some people said, you know, they're not sure about how to do the birth certificate authentication. Definitely check online. You can go under, I think it's travel.gov. You do not have to do federal. Some people do federal. I didn't do federal. I just did state. Okay? And I've been just fine with sending this out to, you know, claim my credits. And it's good for court. Do know this, because this is going to say, yes, I'm awake. I know who I am. As soon as you walk in with this, your case might just get closed. But we're going to go over some methods for courts too, especially us. We need that. And we have the, I'm looking forward to showing you how to do a right to travel and public record notice. Oh yeah. This is the deal. I sent this to Lansing. I sent it to all the state police, county, local, and in this it states who I am, and it also states do not detain, do not question. I have the right to travel. I even put my VIN numbers, my vehicle numbers, my motorcycle numbers. So if you see me, y'all should know. And I faxed it, in which you can fax some things, but you want to put the postal, what they call it, postal rule. It's either postal rule or mailbox rule. Actually, it's both. Start learning how to put that at the bottom of your documents. I want y'all to make some notes on that too. Because once you've mailed some documents, it's already received and it's already in what they call a conditional acceptance agreement. Understand, everything is a contract. Every single document, especially in court, is a contract. When they give you a ticket, it's a contract, which you have the right to not accept. But we'll get to that. But this is very good when you don't, and you do not have to show your driver's license. You do not have to show. There's no law that say you have to do anything. But your silence is what they call giving consent. And you don't want to give consent. You're going to learn how to ask them questions while they're asking you questions. And then you're going to have some statements that I'm going to give you, and I want you to print them out and carry them with you. And you have to repeat these certain statements to them so they'll understand that you're not ignorant to your rights. So we're going to go, we got a lot to learn, people, in a short time to do it. Witness testimony confirming American state political status and identification. You're going to get a couple of these. You need 2 of these that need to be notarized by family or friends to verify who you are, because you know, you can use this as identification, or you're going to end up getting, if you choose to go with the American State National, you will be able to get a credential card, and I'll show that to you. But I'm using that instead of my driver's license, because now it says do not detain. If they scan it, do not detain, do not question, and I have the right to carry. And mind you, I used to have I used to be a felon, because after 5 years, you're not a felon by Michigan. I'm in Michigan by Michigan law, so you gotta know your laws to get out this stuff. Also, you're gonna get the Title 50 Sole Relief and Remedy. You got to get this. This is going to go with your documents that shows when you're getting ready to send out your pay slips, your remittance transfers, because you want to put some laws with it, because, you know, some folks don't know what's going on. So I'm going to email these out to you too, and I want you to straight up read this stuff, people. We don't like to read, and that's part of our problem, but you have to know what you're doing, because even if I type these up for you and you get them all notarized, if you don't know your laws and know what you're doing, these papers don't mean nothing. Okay, they won't mean a doggone thing. So I don't want to overwhelm you tonight. I just want to go over a few of these documents. I'm going to put these documents together in a little email PDF, and I do have everybody that contacted me today. I hope everybody got your forms for the race identification. Okay, I can't talk tonight, people. I'm sorry. I'll do better next time. This is my first one. But yeah, these are forms you need to prepare to locate, or I'll try my best to get them to you. Affidavit, mandatory notice, your declaration of naturalization, and a declaration of political status. This is going to your governor. This is going to IRS. This is going to Secretary of State. And I mean corporate Secretary of State, not just your local around the corner. So we hitting the big people. And I can definitely tell you, my debtors have been sending me nice letters, especially when I send them notification and the proper letters. You're going to get proper letters to send to your debtors to pretty much validate the debts. I start off that way with trying to validate, and a lot of them have retract or null and void so-called debts. But also you're going to learn about using 1099As. You'll be able to purchase homes, cars. You'll be able to send it to your creditors to get rid of debt, your student loans. We're going to work on that. So one step at a time, though, okay? Because I don't want you to get overwhelmed and rushing to do it. We're going to take our time and get it done, but we're going to get it done in a timely manner. But there's a lot of steps you got to take to get where you need to be. And I have listened to Sovereign Mama, Sovereign Man. The videos that I connect to my site are people that are telling you some good information. When I can't get to make another video or something, if I see something that fits into what we're doing, then definitely I'm gonna duet them or post them. So please do watch those, because those are some of the things that you need to know and learn. And if they have links to if they have like codes, like USC codes, please go research them. Take some time and just look them up, so you can start understanding what you're doing. The verbiage, the legalese, you gotta know that. Okay, especially when it comes to going to court. And some of these things, you know, you want to say I'm hearing a special divine appearance, and especially if they call your straw man name, because that's not who you're going to be any longer. So you're going to know how to talk to the courts and have them dismiss your cases. Okay? Or we're going to do documents too to keep you from even going into the court. So I have been studying a lot, but I am still studying on methods that works for all of us, and things that I have seen a lot of stuff that doesn't fit. Student loans, yes. My student loan has changed hands 4 times already, isn't it? Yes, that's illegal. If it's in collections, you definitely can get rid of that. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I do like to try and answer everyone's questions when you send me messages. It's just who I am. I want to be able to answer your questions. If I direct you and says and tell you to go back to check videos because it's something I've already talked about, and I don't want to spend extra time repeating over and over again, and it's not, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but if I say check previous videos, that means that the answer that you're looking for is in one of the videos, and we're going to be doing a lot of that, communicating. So if you have questions after you've watched previous videos, hit me up and I will get to your questions as quickly and as soon as I can. I do work, I'm taking care of a lady that's in the midst of transitioning, so it's been kind of hectic, but I really appreciate all of you guys being here, listening. And it's a lot of people that their eyes are closed, their ears are closed, and don't understand what we've been, the position we've all been put in. Okay? And I've always knew something wasn't right, and now that I definitely started looking into it and finding the information and the answers and finding the solutions. And I do know a lot of people come in here and tell you, oh, this is how you do this is how you do that, but never pinpoint to you how to do it. That's why I'm on here, because I want you to know how to do it. I'm going to show you the steps. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just reading some of your messages too. I don't want to charge. I'm not charging for teaching you. I know a couple people have asked me that. I'm not, that's not what I do. I don't need money like that. But if like I said, if I assist some of you in typing up your documents, because I want you to make sure, I want them to make sure they're correct. I want to make sure they're correct. I will charge you. Okay, because it's a lot of paperwork. And definitely if you got more than one last name, because I had 6, okay, and it was a lot for me. But if you can do them yourself, please. But if you can't, then I'll help you out. I'll get some time to start typing them up. But I'm going to put the documents together and send to you if you cannot find them. Okay? If you cannot find them and you honestly have looked, I'll send it to you. But I'm going to save you some time and try to get all of them put into a folder, and I'll start putting them all in your emails. If I've sent you the ethnicity one, clarify that what type of document you're looking for me, please. I think that's pretty much it right now. But I'll go back through if you have any questions that I missed, because I wasn't really looking at the, if you show where and how, we'll be able to do it. Okay, I'm going to try and put the link on here. There is, like I said, a lot of the documents are on American State National. You have to go to the bottom where it says documents. You'll see the first one for the declaration, and the tabs are on the opposite side, and then you'll go down some more. You know what? Let me double check, because I actually got a lot of my documents from a couple other places, I believe. So I'll get all of that to you. where you can get your documents, or like I said, I'll send you the documents. And again, understand I'm not a lawyer. This is for educational purposes only. I'm not a guru. I'm just your average woman, mom, out here trying to educate and teach you something that actually worked for me. And I've been waiting to get on here because it works. I've been getting rid of debt, and I've been definitely being successful. So I want my people to also be successful. So if you haven't watched the other videos, please do. And if you have questions that I did not address, go ahead and send them to me. If you have questions that I have not gotten to yet, like the remittance, like the 1099As, like whatever I'm promising to get to, I will. But I'm going to definitely take time. Do we have to give our email address? Just email me. Okay, go back into a couple of the videos and you'll see my email on the screen. So and that's a private email just for you guys. Okay, so nothing else is going in that email but what you guys send me. So feel free. It's kj.asnsovereign@yahoo. So if you email me, I'm going to see it. I'm going to respond. And if you've already emailed me, I will send you documents regardless. I'll go back and send them. So I hope I've helped a little bit more tonight. I know I didn't go into a whole lot of detail, but I want to get some rest. And hopefully I get a chance to go through each one. Once you get the documents, I think it'll be a lot easier. And then we can go through them together. Okay? So, and that way you can get your questions together on each one, and I can help you go through them all. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And don't hesitate if there's something you need to know or want to know. I don't have a problem responding. Okay, questions with a personal on disability waiver. Yes. I was considered disabled in 2016, and I actually had some back injuries, still do, but I got a lot better. It doesn't affect, you control everything. Do know this, you're dealing with tickets, we're gonna talk about it. You control how far you want to go and what you want to do, because when you're becoming a sovereign, you still have to do business. You still have to be in society. So, like, let me see. Did I bring it in here? I didn't bring it in here. But I sent in my voter's registration. With being sovereign, the only thing you can't do is vote. Okay? You can't vote because you're not part of the government anymore. But I'm going to give you an example. Like, my husband just got hired into a job he's been at forever. But I refuse to use his social security number because anytime they're using your social, they're accessing your trust. Just give you an example. So I sent in for his job, because I handle all of his paperwork. I sent in a W-8 BEN. Okay, and you have the option to put a social. You have to read this stuff too, even on this, and start reading the Social Security website, because you'll learn a lot about what's going on with your stuff. Yes, you can. I'm working on the whole trust, express trust information now, and I'm gonna be presenting that to you too, because some people won't tell you how to do it. So I'm researching the trust, so you'll know how to do that. You'll be able to do a claim of lien on companies. Dang it. I'm sorry, I'm finna be rude. Honey, can you bring me my folder right quick? I'm sorry, y'all. I need my folder. I'm just keeping it real, sorry. But I want the folder. I want to show you guys something. But no, folder, blue folder. Yeah. I lost my train of thought. Oh, the W8BN. And he sent in all his sovereign documents, including his declaration, his authenticated birth certificate form, all of that. We sent it to his boss. So, of course, they didn't want to, they kind of hesitated because they can't take taxes out of his check anymore. Yeah. But they still cut his check and did everything. Now they want a W-9, but I have to host invites you to go live. Okay, I don't know about that. I'll check that out later. Okay, so this is an example of the 1099-A. I just printed this one off, but what I'm doing with this, what I'm going to do with that, because once you start accessing and knowing that you have this, you actually can use this as, I'm using it as my car insurance. You can't tell me how much I don't have in my trust. Okay? You can't tell me what I don't have in my trust. And if you took this to court, you tell them, prove to me what I got in my trust, which they, because you're the beneficiary. They're the trustees. Anybody trying to access your trust is a trustee. So I'm going to be actually canceling my car insurance, because once I get my 1099s, if I did have an accident, I can say, hey, take this 1099-A with a 1096, and here, I'm going to give you $50,000, $100,000 for your pain and suffering. And they can actually send it into the Treasury and get a check. But I'm going to teach you all that. I don't want to go too far ahead. But, dang it, what was I getting the book for? There was something I wanted to show you guys. Oh, also go on commonlawcourt.com. I do use them to do, you have to change like your fictionist name. So you can go on there for free and do your, have that as backup for your birth certificate, and because your assumed names, because you're going to have to do an assumed name form, and that's, I got too much stuff. Oh, certificate of assumed name. Okay, that gets registered also. Now, do know that some of these counties at the record of deeds or recording offices sometimes want to hesitate to, I'm sorry, I'm just reading. Is this the ethnicity form? I'll show you the ethnicity form. Just email me and I'll send it to you. But some of the corporate, these recording offices don't really want to take your documents because, one, they're ignorant to what you're doing. Some of them are. And two, they're just hesitant because they know you're trying to get out of the system. So that's why I did use the American State Nationals, because they have a land recording office and they are connecting that to the government websites, and so the government can actually see your documents, which is awesome. But you can go to your recording offices after you get everything notarized, so you can get them on record. You want them on record because you want them to know, it's publicized who you are. Okay, it's not a secret. Some people say it's private, it's a secret. How's it a secret when you changing it and people are going to know that you're a private, not citizen, sovereign? We got to get the word citizen out of our vocabulary. Now, I still do sometimes use my driver's license. Not often anymore, though. I still have it. It's still good. But after my cars are expired, my registrations are expired, I will not be reinstating my registrations because I'm going to be putting my private plate on. One thing that they try to tell you, that you're obligated to, where do you find the authenticity? Go on travel.gov for the information regarding authentication. Actually, go on your, if you have a Secretary of State, Google that through the Secretary of State website. Also just Google authentication of birth certificate. Well, you don't have to Google, you know, go through your web engine. Do you know what to do with the, yep, yes, we'll get to this CUPSID numbers. We'll get to all of that. All right, people, I'm going to go ahead and get off here because I am exhausted, and I know I'm sounding a little crazy by now, stuttering and everything. But I just want to get on here because I said I would let you guys know. But, oh, this is what I wanted. The voter's registration. You see how I did that? I voided it out, and I mailed it in. Request the removal of all the information of corporate entity straw man listed above from your database. I revoke the voter's registration, and I mailed this in. I faxed it in, and I mailed this in. So that's one of the things you're going to do. This is all about the process of getting out of the system. Finish about the private tag. Okay, so the private tag is, once you finish this process, do know you do not have to register your car again. You do not have to get a new driver's license again. You are getting out of the system. I actually have a plate that I'll be putting on my car. I haven't done it yet because I actually want to get another car, but I will be putting it on. And I'm not registering my bike again either because I was getting ready to. I'm not going to do it. You are not obligated. They try to tell you that, but you're not. Okay? And you can definitely research it yourself. You have the right to travel. You don't have to be registered. And do not say you're driving. See, this is where we're going to go into all these different, the verbiage. Your private plate, I haven't got any issues or any problems, okay? Do you do that if you don't vote? Do what? I'm not sure what you're asking. Do you do that if you don't vote? I don't vote. I haven't voted since Obama, okay? And once you realize that everybody is a actress and actor, the elite, whether you believe it or not, there are elites that run this. These things that's been going on have been predicted for decades. And it all boils down to Satanism. You know, I know people, I'm not religious. I don't believe in religion, but I do believe in a higher power. And I do believe in Yahweh. Because believe me, I asked last year how to be debt free, and it led me right to TikTok. TikTok is how I started learning this and started researching. And I used to own several businesses. I haven't worked since 09. I've always worked for myself, and that's one thing we as a people need to learn how to do: work for ourselves. All my children work for themselves. They do have other jobs. I've had other jobs, but I moved into owning my own. And so we have to learn how to do our own because we don't have to be caught up in this. You know how you get out there and hustle? It's some legal hustles out there. Okay? I done created so many businesses before. EIN called me and like, you got too many numbers out here. I'm like, delete them. But I want to share all that I can with you and understand that you can survive out here without being in the government. And actually, it'd be a whole lot better. You get to keep your whole paycheck. How about that? And don't have to put it on lights, gas, water, all this extra. And we're going to help get your credit up before the system switch up. They just changed the FICO from FICO 10 to FICO 8. I used to do credit corrections too because I was a bill collector. So, but if you have a credit card, or you have several, maintain one of them. And I say this because some of those companies get a little upset because you're writing off your remittance, discharging the debt or setting the debt. And we're going to go into some of those constitutional laws that give you the right to do that. Look up HJR 192. That is where it pretty much starts. And that document, that information is what's letting you know about the money. Every state, yes, that the money isn't real. Not a 1099. Where do you send the 1099? But you need a 1099A. It's a 1099A, 1099C. You don't want to use C because that's kind of, we'll go into those. I don't want to go into that part yet because we got to do step A first. I don't want to jump everywhere. Okay, and I tend to do that. I don't want to do that. I want us to stick with our documents. Let's get all the documents done. I do want you to start your research. I do want you, if you only have one credit card, let's work on that and keep it. Okay, I'm gonna give you some tips too on how to get your credit up within the 30 to 40 days. But after a while, you're not going to even be using credit because you're not playing in the system anymore. They're not going to want to update your stuff and all this extra. I'm telling you now, when you out the game stops. Okay. So, definitely start doing some research on debt, on what money is, on the, bill of exchange. Look up bill of exchange. Look up look up sole relief and remedy. Yes, definitely loans. I'm actually waiting on the last response for my mortgage. Okay. They sent me such a polite letter. Can you please allow us extra 30 days to answer your questions? Which I know they can't. And I'm going to show you the template for that too, to get rid of your mortgages. I'm on the final letter, which is the conditional acceptance. Actually, it's the it was the cure letter. That's the last one I sent. Default. It's steps for all of this. It's steps to do all of this, but you got to do it right. You can't just jump in and think you're going to take off and be successful. It's not going to happen that way, because it didn't happen that way for me either. All right, people, I'm going to call it a night, and I will try to post some more things. Yes, car loans. Yes, you're going to be able to either challenge them, or you're going to 1099 them for them to take it off your, use your trust to get rid of them. Okay. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I'll be back on as soon as I can. I can't give you a time because things are kind of hectic right now. How do you get started? You're going to start with your birth certificate. Check some videos. My email is in one of the videos. It's going to be recorded, so I'll make sure, I'm going to find I think I got a YouTube page. I might have to load this up. I'm going to try to save this and load it to YouTube. So when I do, I will, notify you on one of the posts to check out the YouTube. So if you need to go back. Now, please don't be offended if I say go back and check videos. I don't want to keep repeating myself because it's hard. Because it's a lot of you guys. Quickly. Mind you, I've only been doing this for like a few days, and I love the response. I really appreciate it. So, you got your birth certificate. If you don't have your original birth certificate, go to Vital Records, okay, and order it. I don't like their prices, but order it. But if you got your old one, put some tape on that bad boy and take it to the Secretary of State. I think I only paid $1 to get mine authenticated. Okay, so this is not an expensive process. It's not all about doing money. The most you're going to spend is with your notary, and if you have a credit union, bank, or whatever, it's automatically free to you. But if you don't, just go to your bank, wherever you can find a notary. We'll get to the UCCs. Yep. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm gonna show you the books too. That you need to start reading. Yeah, some people are talking about them. The Tyranny. Um, Next time I'm gonna have my stuff in. I'm in my dressing room. I'm sorry, you guys, but I didn't bring all my paperwork in. Okay, I appreciate you guys. We'll get. I didn't know about the funeral home. Okay, thank you for sharing. I will definitely get back with you guys. I'm going to let you know when I'm going to come back on, but I'll be a little more organized and a little better with explaining some things. And I may try to do some videos again and post them on YouTube so I can go over documents, and then I'll come on so you can ask questions. You guys have a good one, and let's keep focusing on trying to get everybody free. I appreciate you. Have a good night or a good day. I don't even know how to hang up. Oh,